Welcome to the Vinny Rock Podcast.
I took the blows and did it my way.
It's time. The Vinny Rock Podcast.
What's up, y'all? It's the Vinny Rock Podcast. You already know I got my sponsors. Core Medical Group is a testosterone replacement therapy company. It'll make it buff and stuff, but not even that. It'll help you with your libido. Yeah, you know what? I tested 40 veterans, and they came back. 39 of them had low testosterone. So we fixed them real quick. Low T in a man is a scary thing. And so I ask all of you, if you have any questions about your testosterone, hit me up. We'll send you to Core Medical Group. Get your blood work done, and let's get your hormones right. Core Medical Group. We need a horn that goes off right there. Live Bearded is the promo code ROCCO. If you go to Live Bearded, they're great bearded products. It's a veteran-owned company. They're fucking all about being good dudes, good people. My guest today, Gary, might want to go check out Live Bearded. Hit up promo code ROCCO. Get yourself some sweet face butter. Willie Peach Chocolates is a veteran-owned. He makes chocolate. He makes chocolate with spices. It's fucking brilliant. Ooh. Yeah. If you like hot and you like sweet, go get some WilliePeachChocolates.com. Get yourself some homemade chocolate lovin'. It's beautiful. Deadeye Outfitters is an outdoor apparel company. You guys go check them out. They're doing tons of things for charities. They're selling socks and donating to veteran. They're selling flannels and donating to veteran. I have a couple of their flannels. They're fucking top-notch, wrinkle-free. They fit like a fucking glove. You'll love them. Go check those out. Bullion Box, that's a subscription-based metal. So you can have precious metal. So like silver and gold right now are going through the roof. Gold the other day was fucking nuts. And you can go get yourself a subscription box from Bullion Box. Hit them up. I'll post a commercial. Mike, we're going to add a commercial to the end of this one for Bullion Box because I want to keep giving them a good push. Modern Gun School is a distance learning armor school that the VA and as well as the Voc Rehab pay for. I have several people that have used it. They love it. You guys go check them out. That's Voc. That is Modern Gun School on Instagram. It is www.mgs.edu, or you can just hit me up. I'll send you directly to them. And don't forget, you got Veteran. We're still giving away a truck. We're running up on the last, I don't know if it's 30 days. I've been so out of the mix. Go check out Veteran. We're trying to do good things for veterans who are struggling with transition. I had a whole speech about this the other day on my live podcast. I do that on Twitch on Wednesdays and Thursday mornings, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. But what is going on with you, brother? Gary, say your last name for me so I don't completely fuck that up.
Marandola.
Marandola. Where's that come from, bud?
That's Italian.
Ah, he's fucking Italian.
Yeah.
I love it.
You're fucking Italian, dude, you know?
Where do you live at?
I live in Rhode Island, Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
Nice, bro. Yeah. Dude, so you guys listening right now, I was sent your TikToks, bro. So I don't know if you know this, but I cook. I've been cooking since I was younger. Yeah, I've done these cooking shows, and all these people invite me to do this weird shit. I'm not a chef by any means, but I just like cook. Yeah. And so when I saw your videos, I was like, fuck, how does he fucking do that? And I love it, dude. Well, tell me about the cooking. Is that really something that you're passionate about, or it was just a cool thing for TikTok that blew up?
Oh, actually, no. I mean, I love doing it. I mean, I experiment with stuff from all over the country. I've gotten past the point of stuff that I actually have known how to do. And now I'm literally flying by the seat of my pants every time I do some of these videos.
Yeah, when you did the sausage one, the sausage link.
Oh, yeah, when I made my own homemade sausages.
Yeah, dude, I've always thought about that. When I saw you do it, I was like, oh shit, he did it.
The fact that I managed to fit that in 60 seconds was amazing. That took me 4 hours.
No way.
Well, it was 10 pounds of sausage. It ended up being 29 links.
So do you own all that stuff, or you started buying it for the TikToks?
I already had the the KitchenAid mixer. I just needed to get the meat grinder. So.
How many followers do you have right now on TikTok?
803,000.
Bro, it is insane, because you know what I love about it too is like, if you were gonna, I was trying to find it real quick. There it is. 800, pretty much 804,000 is crazy. 5.4 million likes, dude. And the funny thing is, when I watch your videos on cooking, it reminds me a lot about myself. If you were cooking in the kitchen with me, as much as you cuss is as much as I would cuss.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, I need some fucking salt. I need the fucking pepper. Somebody get me some. I'm getting fucking oil all over the fucking place. That's how I cook. And so when I watched it, I was like, oh man, this guy gets me.
Yeah. You know, it was really funny. It was one point I had my olive oil in a Terramana tequila bottle, right? So I kept yelling out, Dwayne Johnson, you watch it? You know, just trying to get him to, people to tag him and everything. But people started asking me, where do you get your Terramana olive oil? I'm like, oh my God.
Crazy thing about the internet, that people are fooled so easily. Bro, I told them that I'm a UFC fighter. I'm on the show Mayans MC, right? It's a TV show. It's on FX. It's cool, whatever, right?
I know Mayans MC.
Oh, okay, cool. So they sent me, we were doing a promotion with UFC, and they sent me a hood, the fighter's hoodie, a fighter's mask, right, and a fighter beanie. And so I got it all on, and I'm driving. I'm like, fuck yeah, I just got a contract. I'm going to be in the soft heavyweight division. I called it soft heavyweight division on purpose, like completely bullshit, right? My phone went nuts, dude. People were like, oh my God, congratulations. I didn't even know you trained fighting. I was like, what the fuck? That's the world of the internet, bro.
Yep.
There was something else I did the other day. Oh, my April Fool's joke. I said I got a new role in the next coming Nacho Libre. And I still get calls today where people are like, man, that's so bad. I was like, dude, fucking fake, man. Dude, so where did you start? Did you start with YouTube? Did you start with TikTok? What was it that kind of got that where you're like, oh shit, I need to keep doing this?
So basically I remember it's December 19th. It was on TikTok. I went to bed with, I made this video. It was smoked barbecue hot dogs. I did the stupid Boston accent. I wasn't even yelling. I did the whole fuck it up with the rub thing. I didn't even have the whole shove it up your fucking ass in the video, because that was like the next video that I was just like, all right, let me push some more shit. See what happens. And I woke up with 12,000 followers of people telling me I sound like Bill Burr, the comedian.
He's hilarious, dude. That's one of my favorite comedians, dude.
He's great. I love him. He's like, you want a fucking pumpkin, you fucking fairy? Like, it's just.
You sound just like him, dog. You know what my favorite bit of his is when he says, Oprah Winfrey says the stay-at-home mother is the hardest job in the world. When he does that whole skit, it blows my mind, dude.
Yep. I mean, he's hysterical. I'm still trying. He doesn't have a TikTok, but I'm trying to get that stuff kind of over to Instagram, because he has an Instagram. And eventually what I'm going to do is, once I get enough followers on there, and now I'm going to try and like, hey, let's try and get his attention, let him see this shit.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Have you been able to monetize your TikTok now that it's at 800K?
What do you mean monetize?
So me in the social media space, been doing it for so long. Monetization means making money off of it, whether through.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And does TikTok pay, or is it more sponsorships currently?
It's a little bit of both. I do work with the coldest water bottles. I do commission-based sales with them. Right now I'm exploring the bespoke posts. I just sent an email back to them. I'm waiting to hear back from that. I do the ketones drinks. That's another avenue that I have. Dude, those things are awesome.
Ketones. Are you keto?
Not really, no, but somewhat. Like, I basically, when I started doing these drinks, I basically just kind of dialed back on like sugars and breads. That's pretty much all I've done. I've lost 10 pounds on them. You know what I mean? Because I had bro, you don't get one of these from eating salad, Man,
I've seen some fat vegans, bro. I've seen some fat fucking vegans, and I never understand that shit. I'm like, wait a minute. How do you get fat on that?
Plants.
Yeah. You're eating greens, bro. I don't know about that diet if it makes you look chubby. I'm good. I can do that myself, eating all the bullshit I do.
It's like this brisket and whiskey, motherfucker. Come on.
Love it, dude. Hey, so yeah, go ahead. Please tell me.
So what's your favorite thing to cook? Like you said, you used to, I mean, you cook all the time.
Man, I cook everything. So it's kind of like I grew up cooking Mexican food because my mother's Mexican. I learned a little bit of Puerto Rican food because my mother she learned how to cook Puerto Rican food because of my grandmother, which my father's full-blooded Puerto Rican, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned the ethnics. And the funny thing is, if you understand Mexican food, it's fucking simple. Mexican food is like very easy when it comes down to the same typical seven fucking. You're always going to have a tortilla involved in some sort, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you could either fry that tortilla and make it a tostada. You can cut it up, make it some nachos. You can do all kinds of weird shit with the same exact fucking ingredient. Then you got the beef and however you want to prepare your beef, whether it's going to be some people do ground beef, Mexican. It depends on like what kind of money you have at the time. You'll also have your in California, we eat a lot of carne asada, which is essentially a skirt steak, right?
Yep.
And then when you go to Texas, the Texas Mexicans, the Tex-Mex, which I think their food is, they call themselves the best Mexican food, and I disagree. I'll say it.
It's not.
It's not. No, but they like to eat fajita, right? So it's a different meat again. So it's this very interesting thing. But I can cook anything in the Mexican space pretty well. I'm not a dessert guy. I'll tell you that, and I'm not a dessert guy by any means because I don't cook off of the perfect specs of anything. I cook off taste, smell. Yeah, taste, smell, and color, right? And so I know how my mom made a certain salsa. I remember exactly what it tastes like. I remember exactly the color of it, and I can smell it. And so I can identify these little things missing in those, in what that might supposed to be, or whatever it is. And so that's how I cook. When you start going to baking, it's like a perfect half cup, and I'm like, fuck this, boom. And by the end of it, all fucked up. So I'm getting into learning. I think as you get older, you evolve into the meats and learning how to smoke briskets and things like that. So I'm getting into learning that now. I cheat right now with a Traeger grill. You know, I was sent to Traeger grill. I love it for the ease of being a family man, but I don't love it for I'm not learning the really badass version of smoking meat. And so my goal is to get these big, and do it myself. I watch all the barbecue shows because that's the next version of me as a cook, is learning that world.
Yeah. Netflix put out a barbecue competition that was actually a pretty good show.
It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
Yeah,
it was great.
And it was crazy too, because they always had them on something different. So, I mean, like one day they gave them a Traeger. One day they gave them a wood fire pit. One day they gave them a big green egg, Big green eggs are fantastic.
Yep. A buddy of mine has one, and I've seen him do some great things on that. But yeah, that's a cool thing. And so what got me into cooking was the fact that in my family, it seemed like that was my role as a young kid. And as much as it might not have been the masculine thing at the time, I mean, it's carried me my whole life. I just love the cooking, whenever I need to cook, I get down. What got you into cooking? What is this really something that you love to do?
I love to do it. Love it. I started when I was younger. I mean, I started off, the first thing my parents taught me to cook was scrambled eggs. And then I went from there, I went to my mac and cheese. And then from there, I went to boiling a hot dog. And then, a few years later, I'm on the grill, and now I don't want to leave the grill.
So your thing today, right now, if you would say is your best dish that you make, what would that be?
My pulled pork. It takes me 3 days to make.
3 days to make pulled pork? Talk to me. Explain it to me.
So I make it in big batches because obviously it takes three days. So normally what I'll do is I'll do like 3 10-pound pork butts at a time. So basically it's prep the first day, prep it, get everything ready to go, make the rubs, and then I mean I'm busy, so that's why it takes me 3 days. And then the second day is basically all the brining. It's a apple cider brine that has like 12 ingredients in it.
Yeah.
And then that brines for right around 12 to 14 hours. And then I pull that out, and then I save the brine. I inject the brine into the meat, rub it down with my yellow mustard, hit it with, fuck it up with the rub.
You got to say it the way you say it on the videos, though.
Yeah. And then it goes in the smoker for the first 3 hours at 225. And then after that, it comes out. And then I have the aluminum throwaway foil pans. And during that 3 hours, I'm cooking down the brine to kill all the bacteria that was from the raw meat. And then what I'm doing now is I'm pouring that brine into those pans and then putting each butt in their pans. And after about 6 hours, I go out, I cover them. Another 3 hours, I take them out, and they just fall apart. You take them out of the brine, and then once everything's nice and shredded, you pour some of that brine back in there after you ladle the fat off the top. Oh, so good.
Love that.
So and if you put sauce on it, I'll slap you.
So when you're doing that, are you using a grill like a Traeger because if it's easier, or are you actually doing your own?
Yep.
Yeah, those just make life easy in the world of like timing and shit.
It really does. Like mine doesn't have any that you probably have one that has like the Wi-Fi capability and everything like that. Yeah, so mine doesn't do. I have a Pit Boss. It's like pretty much just a step below Traeger.
Yeah, same.
It wasn't $1,000 bajillion. It was like $500. It's 1,000 square inches. The thing's a beast. Weighs like 450 pounds because they're actually built with a thicker gauge steel than Traeger is. So they keep their heat a little bit better, but they're basically built the same.
Yeah.
So I have what's called an Inkbird iBarbecue 4T system. That it's a Wi-Fi enabled temperature probe monitoring system that has 4 probes. So it even has clips for the grate, so I can actually affix my probes to right at the grate level to get the ambient temperature at the grate.
Oh, that's
know what I mean? So I mean, because the temperature probes that these grills come with, they're good. They'll give you a roundabout estimate, but unless you're hitting it with like something like that, or like a good ThermoPro or an Instant Read digital probe, they're kind of a couple degrees off. I've noticed. Even the ambient temperature probe that's in those, they're not right there. Mine's accurate to 1/10 of a degree. It's crazy.
That's great. What do you do out? Like, are you a full-time cook, chef in your real life, or is there something? Are you allowed to talk about what you do in real life? Do you want to talk about that?
We'll just say I'm in retail because I protect what I do.
Yeah, no,
But I am in retail.
I respect that. I don't protect anything I do for some reason. I probably should.
Well, I mean, I just, in case something bad happens, I don't want it to come back negatively on my job. In case I'm getting into the realm of this could be some quit your job type shit. I'm not quite there yet.
No, you're definitely building. Yeah, you're definitely building something that could take off and be a thing. I like where you're going with it. I think it's fun. I think, I've been around a lot of chefs. I just got off the phone the other day with a buddy of mine who's probably going to sell one of his shows. He's a fucking awesome chef. And just thinking about like future for you, watching it all, I'm like, man, this is something fun that, look, there's a ton of chefs out there, man. And some of these dudes are so way more qualified to be like, they're just insane.
Oh yeah.
They don't have the personality as everyone, that some people do, right? And you have a really good personality as well as have the understanding of how to cook. So it becomes like, man, I'm interested in watching you do more of that shit, right? And that's kind of why I had a YouTube and another little. I had 2 of these YouTube shows that were cooking shows that I was paid to do because there's a little bit more personality there than some of the other chefs out there, I guess. So,
yep.
I don't know. And I made a pulled pork. Like a lazy man's pulled pork. I was a single dad of 4 kids and, always looking for these easy crock pot meals. And there's it was a really
I used to do mine in the crock pot.
Yeah, there's a really cool pulled pork that I do is I just pretty much empty a 2-liter of, you're going to get garlic, you can do all these other things, but as well as you pretty much get a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper into the crock pot, put it in and let it cook, bro. And people are like,
you could do the same thing with ribs.
Yes. Yeah, no, exactly. And so it's this thing where like people are like, oh my God, Dr. Pepper. Like, yeah, man, because that's that sweetness that it's just freaking good. And when it's cooked down into that crock pot all day, it's a flavor that like, you're never going to forget. It's an easy way of doing a pulled pork for me. When I also have a day job and to pick up the kids from school and then go to sports, I come home and this thing is ready. I cut it up, take it out. Boom. Here's sandwiches. Get out my face. Let's go. And I usually make them out of taco. I usually make tacos out of them because it's like pulled pork tacos is a different thing. And I don't know.
They're
I love
awesome.
it. Yeah. Hell yeah.
They're good. They're good when you put the crispy onion strings on top, like onion straws.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there some kind of dish that you think about that you want to try, but it's a little bit of you know it's a challenge? Is there something out? What's your unicorn, bro? You know, is there a meal you're like, I gotta try and make that?
Right now it's and I've been getting hounded for it like relentlessly, and it's Gordon Ramsay's beef Wellington.
Okay.
So I already did his eggs Benedict. That one was, oh my Lord. Have you ever tried to make hollandaise from scratch?
No, bro.
Bro, fuck that.
I don't eat that shit. I'll never order that shit, so I don't need to worry about how to make that shit.
I love it. Benny's are my favorite breakfast, man.
Really?
The only thing, dude, it took me an hour to fucking cook eggs. Like, come on. What?
Oh, bro, I'm already on my way to lunch, dog. Bro, so there's something. What was it, man? I was gonna tell you the eggs, but. Damn it! There was a dish I wanted to tell you. Oh fuck! So the same dude I was talking about, he grew up in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And when I cooked with him, he brought these loins of alligator. Dude, you should try and fuck with some alligator meat.
So we actually have something planned for that. I want to do one of the things that I want to do. I was thinking about doing it for 500,000 followers, which it looks like I'll probably have the funding to do it now. Is there's a company in Florida called Hanson's Alligators, and they actually sell gator meat. And it's going to cost me about $250 to have a full gator that's already skinned shipped to me. And we're going to smoke an entire stuffed alligator.
Oh, bro, I got it. I'm going to connect you after this with my buddy and see if he could probably get you a better rate. I don't know, but he's from Louisiana, has family out there. He cooks gator all the time. He was actually the main chef for a big restaurant in New York, and he's now doing film and television. The guy is fucking brilliant, and he cooks insane.
No kidding.
His whole thing is about Creole, is about, you know, this. We cooked an alligator. What is it? It's like a Creole. I don't know. It was so good. It was the first time I made. Man, I don't even know how to explain it. Whatever the hell
it's
it
all
was.
Cajun, baby.
Yeah, it was Cajun. It was so dope.
Yeah.
A lot of it was oil and spices. It was I'm going to send you the link to that so you can watch. I don't even know if it's still on. They probably shut it down. But man, that's someone I would love to connect you, because he has those really awesome meats that most people probably never would expect. And
yeah,
then,
like I want to do like ostrich meat too. Like I think that'd be pretty cool.
You should do a goat, man. So in the Mexican community, right, we have a thing called barbacoa, but it's pretty much.
I love barbacoa.
There you go, dude.
Yeah.
You should make some of your own. That's some wildness, though. They'll be able to see some craziness, bro.
I've never actually attempted to make. I've never cooked goat. I just cooked duck recently for the first time. The first time I ever cooked duck, I did a duck breast, and I did it in my sous vide that someone bought for me because I've never used it before. First time ever using it. You cannot fuck up sous vide. You can't. It's you set the thing for like just under the temperature of where you want it to be at. You can leave it in there for fucking 8 hours. You're not gonna mess it up. I left the steak in there. Work? So basically, it's a precision hot water bath. It literally looks like a giant fish tank heater that clips to the side of a pot or some sort of like plastic or metal Cambro pan or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And it's a precision heated water bath. It has a water circulating fan, so it circulates the water and keeps it within 1/10 of a degree perfectly, right? So if say you want to do like a rare steak, which is what it's like around 135 degrees, right? You'd set this thing at 120. Okay, you could leave it at 100 in it for 8 hours at 120 degrees. You'll pull it out; it'll still be raw inside, right? So then you take it out. It basically the hot water bath over time breaks down all the fibers of the meat and makes it stupid tender, right? I did a porterhouse steak with it, and it actually ended up coming out. I seared it off in the pan, and I cut it open. 8 hours later, medium rare.
Do you have that on your? Is that on your TikTok or YouTube?
Yep, it's on my TikTok.
I gotta see it because that's insane. I gotta see. I've never even heard of one of those things. I think I've heard of it.
I think the cover photo on like when you go through the videos, the cover photo it says I think it's called sous vide porterhouse.
Yeah, it's so many on here, dude. It's dope. I like there's smoked beef short ribs. That looks so damn Good, bro.
Dude, yabba dabba do.
Do you like to
Fucking
drink as well?
dinosaur bones.
You drink whiskey?
Oh man, I'm a big bourbon guy.
I'm gonna have to send you some Leadsinger's whiskey. I'm one of the owners of Leadsinger's whiskey. I don't drink. I'm sober now, so like I don't know what to do with it anymore, right? I'm gonna ship you a bottle so you can have it, right, and make something with it if you want, whatever. Okay.
Make some. Is it a bourbon? Is it what kind of? Oh,
Yeah,
I love bourbon.
Yeah, it's a bourbon, and it's cool. It's a veteran-owned company. You know, we started it. My story, I started with YouTube, dude. We started doing these funny videos making fun of veterans because we're all veterans. We're making fun of ourselves, essentially. Sold a bunch of T-shirts, made a lot of money, wasn't sure what to do with it. We ended up buying a whiskey company, starting it, partnering up with a distillery, and then boom, now we've had this whiskey company now for, I don't know, 6-7 years. It's in 40 states.
Wow.
It's doing great, but I stopped drinking 2 years ago, so I'm like, can we make a sober version? I don't know. Is there?
Can I have one of those non-alcoholic bourbons, please?
Do they make those?
I don't think it's gonna work. Can I have a Virgin Manhattan? Okay, you want cherry juice? Fantastic. Thank you. Check, please.
Nope. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but yeah, man, I'll send you some so you can cook with it and have a good time with it, man. It's a cool.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's some good bourbon. Shit, dude. So
my go-to is Maker's Mark. I'm actually an ambassador for Maker's Mark.
Oh,
I have my whole packet. I have my name burned into a barrel. I have my barrel number. 5 to 7 years. Once it matures, they fly me down, and I dip the fucking bottles in the red wax myself.
That's pretty dope.
So, and they have my name on the bottle.
That's dope. How'd you get that?
You can actually apply for it on their website. You have to take a very grueling. You have to know your Maker's Mark history. Basically, it's like, what did this person say to his son when he took it over? You just don't fuck it up. That was the answer.
Oh, that's dope.
It's literally what he said to him was, "Don't fuck it up." But I mean, it's
so much history there, man.
It really is. I mean, it's pretty wild too, because I get updates all the time. Like they'll send me hey, now that you're an ambassador, we're coming up with a name for this. We want your input. You can take a poll because you're an ambassador. If you watch my videos, I'm wearing a Maker's Mark ambassador.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought I've noticed something.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Maker's Mark ambassador hat.
I love it. And then you use whose barbecue stuff to use? Do you change it every time? People say
it's kind of I use a lot of Meat Church, Cosmos Q. I just partnered up with Meat So Horny he's based out of Miami. Yes, Meat So Horny. Which he also owns the Crooked Butcher, and I'm now an affiliate with them. I'm actually waiting on a package with like $250 worth of meat right now. It's coming in today.
That's so cool.
So
if you ever have trouble finding anything like that, there's because I'm so connected in the veteran community, I have tons of veterans who own, cattle companies. And I know there's a couple that out there that make knives if you need cutlery. And there's a couple spice companies out there. Grill Your Ass Off is a company that does these awesome spices, but they have this one called gunpowder. It would go so well with you, how you throw the bullets.
Yeah.
So if you ever want any of that stuff, dude, and if they're listening, message this guy and send him your shit, guys. Let him make some cool shit, because his videos are funny. I love them. So that's why I want to try and get you more stuff to work with, essentially.
Yeah. My P.O. box is in my bio. And I get crazy amounts of stuff all the time. I mean, I'm getting stuff from all over the country. People have been sending me stuff from Australia. I cover in a video everything I get.
That's great.
I actually have a bag of spices sitting on the floor in my office right now that I have to do a whole YouTube video. This guy sent me his entire line. It's like 17 or 18 rubs.
Wow.
And I'm sitting going, dude, I got 60 seconds on TikTok. Do you want me to try all these? You ain't gonna get shit. Like, come on, man. Send me like 3 or 4. 16 of them. Like, holy shit.
It was. I would tell my boy to send you some gunpowder. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, this is another one I want to try. It's what the hell is it called? It's called Texas Dirt. It's like an activated charcoal. When you're done, like before you even cook it, your meat's fucking black.
That's what it is. That's exactly
So
what
gunpowder. Okay.
Yeah, it's called gunpowder. It's no, but it's a different company, I'm assuming. But
yes, it is.
The gunpowder is exactly. I even called him and said, "Am I really doing? Is this real gunpowder?" Because now I'm confused because it looks so fucked up, right? Because my meat is black, dude.
Yep.
And they're like, "No, bro, eat it. It's great." My wife is like, "We need to get more of that shit." So
there's one you could try. It's actually a Traeger rub too. It's called Blackened Saskatchewan. It's kind of like a kicked up blackened SPG.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really good. As a matter of fact, I had COVID back in October. I couldn't taste shit for, whatever. And I was making the most potently flavored stuff to get anything. Like I could taste if something was sweet or salty, or if it was spicy, I felt it. That was it. Crazy. So, but yeah, that Blackened Saskatchewan came in clutch.
Blackened Saskatchewan. I love the name Saskatchewan. Love that shit. Well, that's badass, dude. Well, dude, tell me, man, what's the future for you? Like, I got a question here. It says, what do you do with the food when you're done? Do you give it away? Do you just eat it? Do you invite your friends over? Is there something you do?
So a lot of the time I'm actually cooking for my friends. A lot of the times it's usually just me and my wife. I actually cook and I aim to have leftovers. When I make my 30 pounds of pulled pork, I actually portion that out into 1 pound increments and I vacuum seal it and freeze it. So anytime I want pulled pork, because it takes so long to make, I can just go out and pull a bag out of the freezer. And the great thing is about vacuum sealing is the fact that those bags are now hermetically sealed. So you can actually stick them in a pot of boiling water to bring them, to 1, thaw them out, 2, heat them up to the point where they're like, back to where they were. You lose 0 moisture because it's hermetically sealed. Nice. So that's one of the great things about actually doing it that way. You can even do it with steaks. You can literally heat up a steak by boiling it. I mean, you'll cook it a little bit more, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
so my mom was right about all the things she keeps freezing. She'll make beans and then freeze it. I'm like, what are you freezing that shit for?
But yeah, no, I like sometimes like I'll make 2 racks of, I just did a video recently where I have 41 dry rubs in the house and I mixed every single one of them together in a bowl. Yeah. And then I made baby back ribs. They were actually fucking fire, bro.
I do a lot of stuff with homeless veterans here in Salt Lake City and just the homeless in general. If one of these days you want to come out here to Salt Lake City, we can film a cool little YouTube video of cooking a bunch of food for the homeless and handing it out. Let me know, man. I would love to do that. That
sounds like fun, man.
Yeah, that'd be dope. There's a veterans tiny homes in Kansas City I'm working with as well. We're trying to bring tiny homes here to help push guys to get back onto their feet and back into the world and not enabling them to stay homeless, but genuinely finding answers to getting them back onto the grind of life.
That's amazing.
Cool. It would be cool to partner with you and doing some cooking. Me and you cook together real quick and hand it off.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
That'd be dope. We'll have to do that. But brother,
I've never been to Utah.
Really?
I've been to California. I've been to Illinois, Florida, pretty much everywhere in New England. Niagara Falls.
Where did you live? You said
Rhode Island.
I think I've flown into Rhode Island once. Like that whole East Coast is like foreign to me, bro. Same thing. I'm a West Coast guy. You're an East Coast guy. It's always hard to get on and venture out to all that. I don't know if I've ever been anywhere really out there besides New York. And I don't even know. Maybe Rhode Island. I have no idea.
New York's a fantastic state.
Northern New York is hands down way different than New York City.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I couldn't even believe I was in New York. I did a mission one time I used to be a Border Patrol agent. I was on a special operations team. We did a mission in northern New York. And I was like, where the fuck are we? This isn't the New York.
Beautiful up there.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. My dad grew up in the Bronx, so he took me to see New York. I was like, okay, New York, it's cool. Northern New York is gorgeous, bro. Green, there's water everywhere.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful area, man.
There's I was telling Mike earlier that we actually went to Niagara Falls for our 1-year anniversary, me and my wife, and we actually took the long way to avoid tolls, and we went through all of upstate New York. It took us 10 hours to get there when it should have taken like 6. Yeah. Right. But we were driving through mountains, hills, valleys, like going past lakes and huge wind farms and everything. Right. At one point on the way back, I remember because I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, holy shit, that's this huge field. Like, that's a lot of cows. And then you keep going. It's like, that's a lot of goats. And then we passed it was a milking facility for Cabot cheese.
No way.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I'm like, can we stop? Can we get cheese?
Can we snag a goat? I think we can cook a goat.
Yeah. Can I have one of I know you want the milk, but bah, give me. I say it in Russian. Oh, bah. Give me goat.
Have you ever played disc golf? Weird question. Disc
What is
golf,
it?
Frisbee golf.
Oh, out here, I think we call it ultimate frisbee, but yes, a couple times.
No. Ultimate Frisbee is like football golf, right? I mean, football
okay.
Frisbee, right?
Yeah.
So disc golf
Frisbee
is,
golf?
yeah, it's just like golf with Frisbees, but small ones.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. If you come out here, I'm gonna take you. Okay.
I'm down. I'm so down. That sounds fun.
It's fun, bro. It's like the most laid back. You have a good meal, and then you need to burn off some calories a little bit. Go play some golf, some disc golf.
I've never even played real golf. I've done mini golf. Like,
it's close to mini golf.
I watched this one video. This guy was at the driving range, and he brings this shotgun. Right, people are freaking hitting their ball, and then he comes up with the friggin' shotgun, boom, like he's doing freaking skeet shooting.
That's funny.
Scares the shit out of people. It's great. I mean, granted, I think the gun was fake, but still, it's hysterical. Like,
that's
oh my god,
that's so funny. Well, brother, we're gonna jump off here. I would love for you to tell the listeners where to find you, your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever it is. Let them know, and if you have any sponsors you want to promote, you're more than welcome to.
So I'm actually on TikTok mainly. I'm also on Instagram. I'm trying to build up my Instagram. I'm at Gary the Barbecue Chef. It's Gary the BBQ Chef. I'm sponsored by the Coldest Water. We're going to be working. I'm actually coming out with my own dry rub. It's going to be called the SIUYFA, the Shove It Up Your Fucking Ass Maple Bourbon. Yes, it's going to be put out by Meat So Horny, so it's fucking fitting. I'm coming up with a whole series of videos that I'm going to be doing work that's affiliated with the Crooked Butcher. Crooked Butcher is a meat market that sells prime and up meats. They do everything from prime briskets and tri-tips and steaks all the way up to umami wagyu, Australian wagyu, Japanese A5 wagyu. I actually have a box on its way here today with a prime tri-tip, flat iron steaks, fillets, umami wagyu, Australian wagyu. We're going to be doing some crazy stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually flying down May 31st through June 2nd to actually do the product launch of my dry rub. It's going to be June 1st. Dude, I cannot wait to get to Miami because the first thing I want to do is stand on the beach with the mojito and go, I'm in Miami, bitch! I literally told him, I said, there's one thing I need. There's one thing I need. I need to go to South Beach. I want to see the strip. And I want a Cuban to make me a fucking mojito.
Yes. and do you smoke cigars?
I do not. I don't.
I was gonna say there you go. Yeah.
Little guys. But
another thing you want to do is smoke a Cuban cigar, but if you don't smoke cigars, you'll get sick.
Yeah. I tried that once. I threw up all over my father's patio. One of those ones I literally just turned green. Gone.
Yeah. It could do that.
Dinner.
It could do that.
But other than that, I'm working on a YouTube channel right now. It just kind of mirrors my TikTok. I haven't really done much with it. I plan on doing some like behind the scenes kind of stuff with it.
That's cool.
But it's kind of hard. I also work a full-time job. Plus I'm an event DJ. Plus I do my own merchandise. Plus I'm a TikTok creator. Like
I know, bro.
It's crazy.
You're preaching to the choir, homie. Trust me. I know. That's why I have Mike helping me with the podcast, and we're still falling behind. It is just madness, dude.
Yeah. Yep.
So I appreciate having you on. I'd love to work with you in the future on some kind of cooking stuff and do something cool, man.
Absolutely, man. I'm here for it.
Hell yeah. Well, dude, thank you for being on. Thank you for taking the time, brother. And I'm going to make sure we get this out there and share it. And I'm going to have some friends hit you up and see if they can send you some cool shit. All right.
I'm with it, baby. Let's do it.
All right, brother. Have a good day.
You too, man. Catch you later.
Later.
I took the blood.